Alright guys, welcome back to some Super Mario 64 here. Today we've got a D2 League 70-star race between none other than Pete and BroMario. Two pretty hot runners, but here, I'm with a hot new commentator to the 70-star league here. It's none other than JKJ. What is up?
Happy to be here. Not much. I'm looking forward to watching some enjoyable 70-star action. Both of these guys have pretty solid PBs, and it looks like they've been running pretty recently because both their PBs are within like a month of like current. So I mean, BroMario has a mid 51 and Pete has a mid 50. So definitely a lot of room for some any big mistake to completely swing the race. It's not like there's a big gap between these players.
Definitely. Pete's on the hunt for 49, going back and forth with Creator, although I don't think Creator's gotten it yet, so it's still in the realm of possibility for him, but obviously he's just kind of been around a little while, known more for cup stacking and trolling, but it's pretty good at the game. And BroMario here, more known for 120 star, and he got a 145 in that category, which is not a bad time at all. He's no slouch, so I think his 70 PB is lagging behind a little bit just because of inconsistency.
Yeah, I mean, we could maybe there's a lot of potential for some sick runs then. That's I mean, having one person, Pete definitely on the grind, on the 70-star grind, and BroMario obviously better than his current PB shows. So it should be exciting stuff. Looks like we're getting into it.
Another thing to note that Pete here was a replacement kind of early on in the league. So he actually started off with like a 2 or even 3 game deficit in terms of points, but he's already up into the middle of the standings here, rocking 114 points, and that's in 9th place. So he's actually been playing pretty well. BroMario's actually in dead last right now, but I think he just had a rough break, and you know, this could be a great opportunity to take an important game for him in this league, because the way the league works, you only need to make top 8 to go to playoffs, so it's not over for him, and today would be a great time to turn it around.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's pretty impressive about Pete coming in late and sort of running hot and making it happen in order to hopefully take a shot at these playoffs. All right, looks like we have a we're going right into, oh, we get Pete missing bridge skip, missing lackadu skip.
Yeah, that one actually, yeah, only gonna use about 8 seconds, but
yeah,
you know, looked pretty good to me. I didn't think he was gonna miss it.
Yeah, sometimes, I mean, I think he was so lined up camera wise. Oh, I just realized we have BroMario running 70 on Japanese, but he's probably gonna not be doing double pillarless anyway, so you won't have to worry about sound glitching the secrets.
Yeah,
but yeah, when the camera's so lined up for lackadu skip, it can be deceptive because it looks so perfect. You don't feel like you feel like pulling to the left might make you moat because you're not angled towards the bridge to guarantee that ledge grab. So it can be a sort of a chicken type situation where you're how close to the edge are you really willing to go, especially in a race. So that definitely costing Pete a little bit, but pretty early in the race.
Yeah, but as you said, we saw a moat from Benji in the 16-star race, I believe. So definitely going to be a lot more damaging for 70 stars. So definitely at least avoiding that catastrophe in the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, this is even like something like this is a missed owlless attempt away from coming back. So nothing that's too major. Just
not a big bonk on the slide there. A couple more seconds lost.
Yeah, neither of those huge mistakes, but probably confidence taking a little bit of a hit. Just starting off with 2 things that he probably doesn't mess up much.
Yeah, I agree. But Mario's going to enjoy a nice 10-second buffer into bombs, which, like you said, it's going to be about 1 medium-sized mistake, like a missed cannonless or owlless. So.
I wonder what kind of cannonless we'll see both these guys go for. I mean, obviously, like, texture is kind of the like high-level standard, unless you're doing a really short category. But for a slightly longer race like this, even though in runs they might go for texture, I'm wondering if we might see the full setup.
Yeah, BroMario actually got in front of the switch, so he's have to go really fast to make the cycle, and no side flip That is what we're talking about. That's about an 8-second mistake. You're gonna have to settle for half cycle. Might not even be able to pick up the whole row of coins. Just gonna leave that one alone here.
Yeah, the
and
second
he's got to hurry. I don't know if he can make it anymore.
Oh,
and he's falling down. This is what I'm talking about. A major mistake here from BroMario. That's gonna put Pete back in the lead if he can hold it together.
Oh, he messes up the backup
here. Struggling with the cannonless backup. Gonna go all the way around. Lucky the blue coin is there to help him out. Give him a consolation prize. But man, he's lost like 2 cycles.
That is rough. I mean, the rotating bridge there really likes to stay. It feels, once you miss a cycle, it feels like it stays there forever. As Pete, you know, quietly hitting cannonless. But man, this Womps 100 has been a bit of a disaster. Looks like he's...
Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad he went for the kick there instead of the dive rollout, because I was like, I saw his speed and I was like, are we gonna see a bonk and fall down multiple steps? Yeah, gonna need...
He's just been, like as you said, he's just been smoothly plodding along. And
let's see how this part
can make some time.
This is his chance to capitalize. Alright, looking very clean. Getting there right on time. Let's see this blue coin RNG. This is always... Alright, not the friendliest, but opts to just run, not jump, so that it makes it a little bit easier to avoid just completely missing the coin, even when it gets a little bit of slight momentum towards falling.
Yeah, sometimes the blue coin will be kind of so far out of your way you have to almost overreact in order to get it, and then you risk like bonking or falling down. But Pete was pretty decent, but then he ran into the Piranha, so lost about 2 seconds anyway.
Yeah.
But overall, nothing compared to what happened to BroMario. I was taking a little belly slide here, but able to roll out into the star. Kind of funny.
Yeah, rarely see that. Alright, grabs the second star, and he's definitely built a little bit of a lead here. It's easy to... Okay, going for the full setup. Double punch. Alright.
Okay, this should still work, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, going for wild blue, looks like. Not opting to go for the... Yeah, not opting to go for the rollout on the little edge there, but very safe, doesn't lose much time, and for a race, you know, the potential to... Oh, okay. BroMario picking up a little bit of time there by going for the slightly faster strat.
And a much cleaner angle coming down here for the finish. Although bouncing on the side kick loses a little bit of time, his overall execution was way better, even though it's a star.
Conserved a lot of speed, which is just... The second your angle is even slightly not proper when you cut that corner to go down the slope towards the star, you really feel it when you're setting up for the side flip. You just... Mario's jogging, he's not running. Alright, solid womp fight.
And we'll see. Pete glitched out just a second, but luckily, you know, we'll come back online. You know, he only spliced a star grab animation, so we'll give him a slap on the wrist.
Seems fair.
Probably about 15 seconds ahead of BroMario.
That's a solid lead, but that's definitely the type of lead that, unless it's a really sort of out of character major meltdown mistake, that's not going to be made up in just, you know, one minor error, one like slight trick that goes wrong and has to hit it back up. That's going to take a little bit more of a slip up from Pete to lose control of this race.
Yeah, like we were saying, BroMario was enjoying about a 10-second buffer into bombs, but there's so many more things that can go wrong there than in the next section, where as long as you don't die in Dark World, not to curse it, but that's pretty much the biggest mistake that could happen. In fact, we've seen multiple deaths, or like multiple deaths in a single race by the same player, so, you know, it's hard to really relax in a 70-star race, especially in D2, where in D1 you can kind of take a Shug cycle for granted, just because they've been doing it for like 5 years, some of these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, when you start looking at things like, you know, normal cycle or even potentially falling off the moving platforms if you're cutting it close on a cycle, that's where it starts to get dicey. You're right, though, with like more experienced runners, definitely worst case scenario, they're getting there right when the platform's in a nice comfortable shig, and they have plenty of time to take it nice and slow. But when if you make any movement mistakes or your movement just isn't up to snuff and you get there on a late shig, then you're starting to really be cutting the corners and angles very closely, and there's a somewhat more of a risk to messing up and take a death in that ending to Dark World, which is obviously very dicey.
Yeah, exactly. In the meantime, both runners had a solid wing cap. BroMario was actually going for a pretty ambitious ending. He actually turned upwards through the last pair of coins, which, if you're not really paying attention, it might not look like much, but you saw how much he had to dip there. Actually made me think he was going to bonk and die, but just losing a little bit of time to Pete in the wing cap, if I had to guess.
Alright, let's see
now
what...
it's Dark World.
Oh, misses
missing the switch, so he can still get Chig, but this is not off to a great start. Like I said, he's going to be there right when you need to be to get Chig. He doesn't have any more room for mistakes.
Yeah, let's see if he can clutch it. Oh, BroMario following it back with missing the switch into a burn.
Okay, not going for the normal backup, so I don't know if he'll be able to make Chig here.
Yeah, you have to grab the coin while being burned.
Okay, Pete was going for the poverty movement, which will definitely not be able to make Chig and have to settle for a normal cycle. Probably want to wait here and jump.
I was gonna say both of them probably settling for normal cycle, but BroMario might be settling for a bit of a later cycle with his movement there after the elevators and the amp.
Oh, this is scary. Oh, BroMario barely making that long jump with the reduced speed after the amp hit. You really got to be careful going for long jumps like that, because if your speed is pretty low going into it, that acceleration is not going to get you all the way over there. You can't be running at least like most of your normal speed. And BroMario double firsties,
but hits the switch.
Yeah, could have been spicy, but not quite.
Pete taking care of this throw.
Yeah, looks like he's about 20 seconds ahead. So BroMario, no disasters, thankfully, after Worms 100. That's really the only mistake he's made. But Pete just played a little bit better overall.
That's it could be. It's not nearly as bad as throwing Bowser off the stage, but still,
yeah,
at time loss he really can't be affording to bleed time, especially in easy segments of the run, like relatively easy, like Bowser throws.
Yeah,
which are the ultimate catch-22 of being so. Does he hit it? Was that a dab that I just saw?
Yeah.
Does that I'm under the impression that loses a little bit of time, but I've heard maybe it loses more time in Fire Sea, correct?
I think so, yeah. It lags just a tiny bit doing the star grab in Dark World and Fire Sea.
Bonk entering BOB as Pete grabs the Island Star. Oh! As I say that, a little short ground pound, but not a significant time loss. Just more of a frustrating time loss.
BroMario's actually really good at this star. He has the English version, at least, world record, which makes me confused why he's playing on Japanese, but I guess he's using the Usinian ROM, which should be on English. But BroMario coming out with a lot of speed, showing his practice there. You can see how much time he made up over Pete with some better flying and box movement.
Yeah, absolutely, and he got that ground pound right at the corner of the box, wasting no time, not going under it, not messing around. Oh, a little bit of a crawl. I knew that was going to be dangerous for Pete. He had a little bit of like a few frames of Mario in the crawling animation before he went for that backflip, and just, your muscle memory's thrown off a tiny bit. You're starting to think, this is a star where I could, this is a star that I do almost with my... Oh, and again, I wonder if that's intentional, but again, seeming like his muscle memory.
BroMario has an opportunity to take the lead here. Clean wall kicks, and he's like 2 seconds behind. As I say that, gonna do the backup. Okay.
Yeah, that backup looks
not
so
even
cool.
5 seconds behind.
Yeah, and that's
maybe a bit more than 5, but not that much.
As I said, that's gonna take. It was gonna take more than just your average run-of-the-mill small mistake to bring that back. But a death like that will definitely bring it back to almost even. And now they're going for different stars, but these runners absolutely pretty much tied. Pete with a small lead.
So are they both doing CCM 18?
That was what they both runners said that they were doing CCM 18 prior to the race. So I think we won't have to worry about route convergences.
Oh,
going for the swag.
Mario.
The quick double Mario cam just to let him know. Doing some elegant camera work in addition to some elegant movement.
I think he got a first seat there too, so it was pretty fast. I don't think it was faster, but it was pretty fast. Yeah, Pete not moonwalking, Super Mario saving a little bit of time here in CCM, but overall, Pete can still maintain the lead, leaving the stage if he has a good 100 coin. BroMario actually gonna get the safety red. Definitely don't want to lose your run to the penguin.
Yeah, that the backup. There's certain mistakes where it's just the cost of a backup is essentially too much to bear for a race. So honestly, I understand the choice to be a little bit more safe in a star like this. Let's see if
Oh no, BroMario's got down the shortcut! Can he make it out?
He's kicking up.
I don't know if this is gonna work. I think he's gonna lose the race.
Oh no, this is.
Can he make it? Alright,
back on the slide.
Alright, where's the penguin? The penguin is too far gone now. BroMario's gonna have to do a different star.
That is
so falling
huge.
Even farther behind. No, we gotta decide. Or he's gotta decide. Does he want to go get, like, see some red? Okay, he's gonna have to leave anyway, so at least that would, like, it would have been a bad thing anyway if he couldn't grab the 100 coin star. But since he needed the penguin star anyway, he can only get one. So
that's pretty
not gonna be losing any more time for missing that coin, really. But now he's gonna decide what else he wants to do, because you can go for red coins if he knows the backup.
Gonna be definitely gonna be a bit interesting. Gonna be having to see some pure improv. Oh, is he just re-entering the race?
The penguin again.
Understandable.
It's a huge mistake.
Don't want to mess up your muscle memory for any other stars. Just sort of take a deep breath, recollect, continue as normal. But because I was thinking if he's going for a backup that he might not be comfortable with, we could see.
Oh,
that was
out of pass special slide skip for the penguin. Let's hope that works, because the penguin could actually call you out for a shortcut, but I think the way that one works, it'll be fine. That penguin's right on his tail!
Yeah!
To bop BroMario off the slide, but I think he's got the dub there. You know, with the side skip, I think that was actually the right choice in that situation to go for. And he's going to get that star, in fact, and head on out. So, a pretty hilarious way to mitigate the damage. You know, BroMario probably pulled that out of a hat, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that was pretty ambitious.
Yeah, Creative Destroyer will actually do that in runs with the 100 coin, but no one else does.
That's wild. Pete taking care of the boo fight. Nice.
Someone should clip that, by the way.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. Just I mean, great presence of mind to have the and confidence to sort of to do a lesser well-known backup after you make a huge mistake like that. Just mitigating as much as possible. I mean, time save is time save. Every second counts, especially when you're behind. So, I like the ambitious play from BroMario.
Yeah, BroMario's definitely over a minute behind now, but it could have been like a minute 30. That side skip actually saved him a ton of time on the backup.
All right, no issues entering BVH, but Pete's already out. Back into the castle. He's gonna be heading to basement. Let's see if he can. Oh, misses the clip, gets the bonk. Not a big time loss, but you know, when you're behind by enough that you're going for backups like he did in CCM, it's every little bit hurts.
Yeah, BroMario very narrowly getting around the post on the trim of the house. You can bonk on that and fall down, which is another massive mistake.
Alright. Now it's a little bit of a big moment for Pete. I mean, if he goes for pillarless first, as you expect. Here he goes. Gets the big bomb. Going for standard pillarless.
Alright, angle looks good. Okay. Not getting stuck, and that should be in. Nice. Almost grabbing the star.
Yeah, almost grabbing the top of the pyramid star, yeah. Okay, BroMario, good recognition, realizing he has to move back and start again with that double jump, but was a little scary for a second.
Yeah, Pete continuing to put his best foot forward despite the death in wall kicks will work. First try plus is definitely a weight off your shoulders in a race, because
absolutely.
you can end up missing it like
man,
3-4 times, and then you're really in trouble.
Oh yeah, I mean, you start having to respawn the bomb, I guess.
Yeah.
Just things that make, I mean, even backups like once you have to start respawning the bomb, you really have your whole muscle memory and camera movement is all scrambled. And for a trick as precise and risky as a Pillarless, having like little things off like that can really just turn it into a full-blown meltdown. So gotta be a big sigh of relief for Pete to just be through SSL. I mean, not really anything serious going wrong there. It looks like a really nice SSL for him. BroMario gets the big bomb grab, doing a slight optimization on the regular Pillarless. Let's see how quickly he enters the pyramid.
That was really good.
Yeah, very clean from him. Seeming like, despite the mistakes, playing with some nice confidence. Definitely the kind of play that I need to be seeing from BroMario if you're going to be, behind at this point in the race by a significant amount. He's definitely looking like someone who, and he's going for the single jump. Wow. He's really pulling out all the tricks here. Knowing that every second counts at this point.
Yeah, he's looking to drop like a big fat gold on SSL if not for that bonk on the staircase. Like both these stars were fantastic. He was getting a great optimization to his plus over Pete, and that Talons was definitely faster too. So at least he isn't playing like a defeated man.
No,
he's
absolutely
still to win it. And if he had messed it up, it would look pretty grim. But now I'm sure he's got some hope left, and Pete can't really relax either. LLL can be tricky, but more than that, you got Piracy coming up.
Absolutely. Takes care of the bully though. No major issues. No bully's not something. Bully's something that usually either goes completely right or completely wrong. Like the bully knocks you off and you eat a burn, and it can definitely. Burns are waste deceptively. They waste more time than it really feels like they should.
I guess it depends how you get burned, because some ways it'll only lose like 1 or 2 seconds, but sometimes it lose like 5.
Pete has to kick both the remaining little bullies individually.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna hit him, but he was pretty quick-footed. BroMario's sliding off the archway. I think he's gonna try to go back up, but this is kind of just an annoying time loss.
Yeah. All right, backs it up well. All right. Looks like we're gonna have Pete entering the volcano. Gets a ledge grab. Not what you love to see, but opting for
triple jump lava boost.
Pretty safe, confidently executed. In a race, you're really just hoping to get through it, especially if you're in a position like Pete where you're in a lead. Oh, BroMario walking through the star. And reacting a little bit non-optimally with the side flip to grab it, but anyway, we've all been there. Anyone who's ever run this game, once you don't grab the star how you intend, it's just any jump will do. Just get Mario back onto that star as soon as possible.
Yeah, BroMario has got a few more stars left, but I'm not sure if he's gonna go for a faster lava boost.
Oh,
okay, missing these bullies, and they're gonna be chasing him down. Probably want to hit him the other way at this point, and gonna
that's
take
pretty
them.
rough.
Not without its own cost. That was probably a good 7 or 8 seconds there to killing the small bullies. Pete, glitchy bonk. The castle. So BroMario, he's not really gonna be making up time here in basement. I'm not sure what Pete's doing. I think he's just messing around.
Running up the stairs, taking the scenic route.
Alright, let's see what kind of lava boost.
Looks like going for triple jump also.
Okay.
Again, confidently executed. Not sure if it's slower or faster to not do the bounce. Okay, it looks faster to not bounce off the wall, but and I guess it was also he didn't climb up the pole like Pete did.
Yeah. Makes you wonder why he wouldn't just go for an ordinary long jump lava boost. I don't think it's very difficult. But, you know, maybe triple jump is just a very comfortable thing for him to do in races. And since he's not really that, or I guess he's primarily a 120 runner, it's not on his most practiced list of stars.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. It's definitely a trick where it feels like the your confidence in your ability to do it significantly affects your success rate, which is if you especially in a race, forcing yourself to do a method that you're not like 100% comfortable with can just be a recipe for disaster. So, I mean, and BroMario was going for some pretty swaggy optimal strats earlier, so clearly wants to take it easy on lava boosting. He's earned it, but it's not going to do him any favors in this race. I mean, Pete going for back sub, but no surprise there. Front sub doesn't save too much time and definitely loses a significant amount when it's messed up. But we'll see if maybe BroMario can find it in him to go for front sub, save a little bit of time over Pete if he executes it.
Kind of doubt it.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely doubt it. But I mean, with what he's been pulling out, I wouldn't put it past
possible. I think he's swimming a little bit better than Pete overall, although Pete missing the first Manta ring. This last ring is going to be crucial. Can he get it?
Oh, no! Okay. Yes, he does.
Okay.
The latest... I thought that it was already over by the time that 5 popped up.
Yeah, huge Monka S for Pete there. When you miss the first one, you're really rolling the dice. Sometimes that last ring just does not appear to have a hitbox at all.
That is rough.
But Fire C,
let's see.
He's got...
Oh, immediately.
And no jump dive, so rip lava boost.
Yeah.
But can still make early Ellie's with a bit of speedy gameplay here. Getting up to that first red coin finally. BroMario's going for back sub, like we were saying, but looking to execute that one cleanly as well. And Pete, not super fast in the cage, so I don't know if he'll be able to get an early cycle anymore.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Not anymore.
I mean, definitely in a position where he can sustain this type of time loss, but not ideal by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah. As long as he gets through without dying or losing more time, it'll be alright. With normal cycle, you can get a good ending. And Mario has some time to save here. This is what we were saying. It starts.
Wait, I was confused. I was like, is he gonna grab the red?
Yeah, what?
he went back for a second. It seemed like he was maybe gonna have a bit of a brain fart, but thankfully either realizes it or was.
I think in one race.
Oh, and he's gonna die. That is, I mean, it's definitely not easy.
The race is tied. Mario and Pete are gonna be synced going into Fire C. Now this is gonna be crucial. As I said, as long as he didn't die, well, he went ahead and did just that. BroMario is now mere seconds behind, where before he was down by over a minute and could actually make it up with a lava boost early Ellie's and take the lead here. And Pete doesn't even want to go for it. Now this cage movement is super critical. My screen's a bit frozen, but BroMario and Pete both got it done. But now, will they be on time to make the cycle here?
Looks like
still looking good.
Oh man! Slides off the slope and
taking a burn.
Oh man!
Burns. Be careful here. Don't want to get bullied into the lava. No early cycle for either of them now.
And BroMario not even able to grab the red.
Oh my god. He's probably thinking about how lucky he is to survive that right now.
That
with that height.
Yeah.
He shouldn't be alive. He's probably thinking as soon as he hit the Z button, like, I am the stupidest man in the universe, but
he did take a bit of a moment, whether it was a lag reduction or not, I'm not sure.
But he's actually
down at the ground.
Pete somehow. I don't know what happened. I guess Pete just got stuck.
Once he slipped off the
area.
Yeah, once he slipped off the slope, they were both guaranteed to make the same cycle, but yeah, I agree. Must have maybe had unfavorable we're lining up with the cycles of the lava filling the platform, so maybe had to take it pretty carefully, especially considering that's where he died earlier, so could have been tiptoeing a bit.
Pete, you know, it looked like he was on a decent run. What, did BroMario's game crash?
Oh my, what?
What? It looked like he just got stuck on the Fire Sea screen.
Yeah, we're seeing a... That's...
I wonder if maybe he was trying to plug his Hori in, and then he like crashed the game, because like if you router your console in the wrong way, that can happen.
Wow, that is a rough abrupt ending, it seems. Damn, that is pretty unfortunate. I mean, not even on my radar of mistakes. I mean, Pete chugging along, I respect it. Maybe not entirely sure what the situation is, but regardless, I mean, yeah, BroMario confirming it was a plugging in his controller issue. All right, Pete, moving along in this wet dry world.
And Pete still has to finish to get points, because technically, if Pete quit, BroMario could restart his game and then finish. But I think this is going to be a loss for him. And it was actually looking to be a really exciting race going upstairs. But I don't know.
Yeah, definitely a sad turn of events, but
I wonder if it's almost worth just doing save and continue in a race, because then this stuff wouldn't completely end your run. But
yeah,
just such an unlikely thing to happen.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he's done controller switching for the Bowser fights more times than he can count, so, and probably had that issue close to never. But it's just being a little, you know, definitely well known that the N64 pretty finicky with cartridge tilt type mistakes, so just very unfortunate. But Pete gonna try to finish out what it was, you know, not his best run by any means, but still on the quest for those points. As you said, I mean, started with a deficit in this league as a replacement, so any points he can get his hands on are hugely important for him. Grabbing the Wet Dry World 100 plus secrets, 70-star strat. One of my favorite parts of watching 70-star when compared to 120. The Reds plus 100 in Wet Dry World is also very interesting, but this movement just feels very flying by the seat of your pants, especially if you're, you know, short a few coins due to RNG once you get to this Chuckya. But Pete in comfortable shape with doesn't even have to worry about missing that coin because had an extra.
Some people really do hate Wet Dry World with secrets, the 100 coin. But I think it's a lot of 120 runners, because 100 with Reds is just such a killer star. It's like one of the most fun to watch or to do, I guess.
Oh, I mean, absolutely. Transitioning between swimming and, you know, going downtown with the water level. There's a lot of just executed properly. There's a lot of moving parts at play, so executing it properly really looks very satisfying. Not opting for the second triple jump wall kick, but doesn't save much time. Unnecessarily risky, especially at this point. Alright, and Pete is moving on to THI.
Wonder if BroMario is just gonna go like halfway through the run. I think that's what he's doing.
Is that
up RTA?
Up RTA? Nothing like a, you know, quick hot up RTA for the fans. Oh, bonk from Pete on THI Secrets. Nice, gets the clip. All you gotta avoid here is ledge grabbing into the teleporter, as far as I know. Does that with handily, lands right into the center on the star.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's just BroMario's just going straight for an up RTA.
Yeah, you know, you love to see some good sportsmanship, you know, being...
No, absolutely. I mean, it's a very unfortunate error, and a player with a lesser mentality might be inclined to just log off or.
Yeah, you wouldn't be blamed to walk away. You know?
Absolutely. So, great show of mental fortitude and I mean, just love for some.
Super Mario, just get the blue coins. Just back a box at the end.
Okay.
Can't believe he got that.
I thought for sure they were gone. Pete's still chugging along here in this THI.
Wait, I think he missed it. We'll see.
What, missed the blue coin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was hard to tell.
5 more coins right now.
Oh, that is kind of rough, yeah. Seems like he's going for the backup. That only nets him 3. Not sure of the coin counts exactly that you need at this point, but...
Yeah, the other backup box is just on the bridge by the star. 3 more.
Oh yeah, I remember when I was new watching and asking, isn't that just faster? And of course, every runner's like, no, but we wish it was. Oh, gets grabbed by the chuck, yeah. Alright, Pete entering TTM. Looks like he's
Wow, Mario getting a bit chucked.
Yeah. Some nice Reds movement from Pete. Not going too risky, but definitely clean.
He's just gonna move on. If he wanted to be like tied with Pete, he could just go to TTM. But what?
Oh, this is a far for Pete, but
I think Mario dove off the stage.
I thought, yeah, I thought we were about to see it again. It's this star, the Piranha Plant star, where it's like the legendary falling off stage, correct? Like it was called the. It just happened in a race recently, but I heard it was called the Binny or before that or something.
I actually don't know.
I forgot which runner had the unfortunate occasion of falling off during this star, but
in a recent run, I think Cheese dove off doing top of the huge island trying to go in the pipe. But I don't know if that was during a race or not.
Yeah, I know it was during a GSA race. Someone fell off during the Piranha Plant start. Anyway, we got Pete going for...
Well, you know, we got, gotta mention. Everyone wanted to go to GDQ, but just not spend that much money. Everyone wanted to just actually see a lot of the runners close up and not be part of, like, thousands of people in the crowd. And also to watch a stream that's actually hype, being actually there in the room. Well, we have the event for you. It's called PACE. And in April, we'll be holding an event at Xanadu Games in Laurel Park, Maryland for the finals of our Mario64 70 Star D1, Mario Odyssey Any Percent, and Celeste Any Percent leagues, featuring top 4 runners from each of those categories. So if you got some personal favorites, they might actually show up at PACE. You can go watch it live if you want, but if not, we're going to be streaming 24 hours the whole event, so gonna be a pretty killer show. I'm so hyped for it, and if you guys want to be a part of it, you know, type exclamation point tickets, or just be sure to tune into our stream April 25th through the 28th.
Pete confidently nailing breezeless
speedrunning. Yeah, like that. Mario not getting breezeless.
Going for 3rd time's the charm here.
I will also be commentating a 2-player 1-controller meme run showcase with Benji and BroMario. So
Pace, honestly, as a Smash player, Pace makes me. It sounds like Pete sliding far down, just gonna opt for deep freeze, but solid backup. But Pace sounds a lot to me in terms of just all the personalities in the same place with just having a good time, similar to like a summit type event in Smash, where I mean, just specifically the 2 players, 1 controller run.
True.
That's a
yeah, that should be great. Although isn't Summit like closed to the public?
Oh yeah, it's definitely close to the public. But so pace completely different in that way, but just in terms of the fun
Just the atmosphere. Yeah,
yeah,
it should be a lot of fun.
just not something
There's gonna be a lot of competition, which is obviously the headline, but we have plenty of exciting showcase runs and a few races, notably a 120-star, like, I don't know what you want to say, like a 4-way.
Oh, isn't that featuring to really appeal to max audience?
Exactly.
But, peak 2019. But isn't that featuring
Signomic Battle Royale? In one sentence, every viewer in the world.
Get them all. Because I think the 4 are what? Cheese, Punkei, Signomic, and it's D whatever. That's what I.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's 4 absolute titans. So.
Have you heard the theory about the 16-star runner Slippery Nip?
Oh, and him being Signomic. Yes.
Yes.
I've also heard. I've heard the triple threat with that conspiracy with White Kong also being involved, somehow wrapped up.
What does he have to do with it?
I've heard that they're all the same person. They're all Signomic.
Thanks, Wilco. Let me read the chat. Wait, you mean I could watch actual top-level speedrunning instead of a 24-hour block of a bunch of... I mean, I don't want to say, you know, repeat meme games.
Exhibition.
Sign me up.
Wow, what a unprompted, wonderful comment from none other than the inventor of Wilco Clip himself.
It's true.
I mean, Pete, since the race unfortunately ended on BroMario's end, Pete has really been playing pretty solidly. I can't recall any major mistakes that I've seen on his side, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of time he ends up getting, how many points he's able to net. But as I understand it, he does have to finish to formally win the race, if that's correct.
Pete gets the points no matter what, since BroMario can't really finish in any comparable time. Like, he technically could finish the run, but you can only get 1 point anyway if you're more than 3 minutes apart. So I think he'll just be getting 1 and he will get 59 of the 60.
Pete nailing the triple jump.
I think we have seen Punkei and Signomic in the same room, but who am I to say? I feel like everyone I talk to, like, even if they didn't start speedrunning until like 2017 or they were watching Signomic back in like 2013, and then that got like the seed in their head.
I definitely knew. I mean, I only started.
Who it was until a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
I definitely started speedrunning this game only 6 months ago at this point, but before I had even considered speedrunning this game, I knew who Signomic was because I'd seen an old clip of a GDQ with everyone yelling Signomic, you know, for the Vanish Cap, and looked into it and was tangentially interested in speedrunning, so it was pretty easy to find a lot of old videos of his.
Yeah. And so, even if you're not directly influenced by Signomic, I think indirectly, just the impact that he's had on so many runners,
absolutely,
the game and to keep playing has probably been a big part of me finding speedrunning, and probably anyone else. So it's gonna be awesome to see him at pace.
When I look at his, I mean, even when you look at his times on, given how like old the times are on Speedrun.com, he's still pretty up there in the ranks.
Yeah, it's no joke what he's able to accomplish. Not only like in terms of the context historically, but still, like, I can't wait to see him play again because
absolutely,
there's so much has changed since then. But to be that good 5 years ago is definitely secures him as one of the greats, if not the GOAT rather.
BroMario definitely not in the race, just doing some, you know, random stars, but it's not been treating him nicely. This Rainbow Ride has been death upon death upon death. As Pete about to actually enter Rainbow Ride. See if he can nail this Lakitu bounce. Oh. Gets a ball.
No, Pete could technically game over. I have game over in Rainbow Ride. I think people have died like 5+ times in Rainbow Ride and or TikTok clock. So if Pete game overs, I don't know what we do. I guess you have to reschedule because like take up another hour.
Just save right now. Just save and continue. Let's avoid that danger entirely.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I take that back. I'm pretty sure Pete gets the win no matter what. But
the outcome.
Yeah.
Alright, hitting his Lakitu bounce.
We're still going for that glitchy wall kick Lakitu bounce. I want to see him get it. This one looks good.
Glitchy wall kick, a trick that I have no comprehension of how it's done. I've watched input displays, I still don't. Not quite. I have never looked into the mechanics of it, but.
Yeah, there are a few different ways to get it, but.
Oh!
Not really worth it unless you're going for a extremely high level time.
Alright, looks like Pete is gonna do a little swinging in the breeze here. Ooh, gets a slow ledge get up, gonna have to do a slower strat here because of it. Can't get the side flip off of the mechanism for the platform. Hits his triple jump off the flamethrower nicely.
I want to see if BroMario can complete the star here.
Yeah, this is nice. We have a run on one side and essentially just single star exhibitions on the left.
I wonder if he's swimming with the fish for his own delight.
Schooling up.
Yeah.
He blends right
Definitely
in.
a BroMario moment.
Pete doesn't get the sliding back off of the slope, and he gets burned. A little bit of slop here in this Rainbow Ride.
If he really wanted to troll, he could pretty much just like crawl through every star left in the round.
Hold all of us.
Cut him off at some point because we actually do have. So yeah, definitely don't go anywhere. We have actually another run starting pretty soon.
Promptly.
Okay, let me find the lineup for tonight because obviously we have Cheese and Punkay playing at 10, but we've got the Time Trials League, Rickbick versus Outer Halo. Outer Halo's actually been killing it. I think Rickbick's like kind of in the middle of the pack, if I'm not mistaken. I've never checked the standings for that league, but it's pretty hype. And then we have Rock Chalk versus Anti, 16-star league. Anti also on the up and up in just a few minutes once they are ready to go, and we can give Pete the dub. You know, I wonder how long you can survive in the aquarium with the coins that are there, because eventually you'll die, right? So the idea is to not get more coins than you need to replenish your health, but then
an interesting optimization
to make it last as long as possible. So Mar's actually just gonna quit out. He doesn't want to test. I'm sure you could survive for like 10 minutes in aquarium, but you would eventually run out of coins. Alright, Pete and BroMario, TikTok clock, stage race. No? I think he needed clock to be on stop. Oh, he's going for moving bars first. Trying to go for a firstie. Not gonna work. Pete trying to get any wall kick, doesn't really care what it is, but not gonna work either. Second try, not working. Third try, not working. Fourth try, is working. Now he's going to bonk on the blue coin switch and fall to his death.
Some unfortunate stuff all around. Pete nearing a...
Well, the point is I say it, so I don't curse it.
Gets a nice get hand. Yeah, I'm trying to think what kind of pace Pete is on. Unfortunately, I'm not I don't run 70 myself, so the timer is not ingrained into my brain like it is for 16. So it's hard for me to tell.
Definitely gonna get like a 53 or something at this point. But
that's what I was thinking.
You could get like a 52.
If he...
Which would actually be surprising because I feel like he's just kind of been meaning the second half of this run and
yeah,
not cared a whole lot. But 52 is actually not a bad time, especially for the D2 league.
Yeah, I mean, we probably would. Bob's quite a few people on Speedrun.com.
We're already trying to do some fancy box trick. There's actually a lot of cool things you can do in TTC that we'll just never see in normal runs. But it's a very cool stage and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, TTC, as someone who, again, only runs 16, so I don't have to do it in runs, but it's just... There's so many, I mean, for no pun intended, but there's so many moving parts. Like, they just in terms of your entries, your, you know, which stars can I do moving, which stars can I do, you know, stopped. You know, backups seem really wild.
You definitely have some backups in your pocket in case you have to pull them out.
Alright, I mean, I actually didn't see if Pete grabbed Toad before he entered TikTok clock or not. So I'm not sure if this is his last star in TTC or second to last, but we will find out. Looks like his last star, just reds. So that means he's gonna be having a quick chat with Toad. Ooh, goes for that triple jump strat. Gets the wall kick, side flip wall kick back up, but then misses a red. Falls all the way down.
I think 52's dead now.
Yeah, falling all the way down there. I mean, it was probably dead just before that, but man, he's really having some trouble with this backup. This is something that looks really easy when it's executed well, but and every runner I've heard says it's really easy when they're messing up the backup, but it definitely seems like it's finicky enough that once you're slightly off your game, off your muscle memory, camera's not exactly what you're comfortable with. I do see people mess up the you know, double jump kick up to the next platform.
Well, mostly just those like models are so horrible. Like you can't ledge grab if you go like off the middle piece, you know, where there's like a little like bolt in the middle. That's actually a slope, so you'll like insta dive off of that. If you,
and I've also seen Mario can get squashed in the middle.
Yeah, you can get
that's wild.
Invisible, and also just the walls next to it will kind of like bonk in if you can't really recover anything if you do mess up. So that's why they are kind of annoying.
All right, let's see if he can
to win the game in bits here. Left side, not able to get it. Gonna have to grab the ledge. Pete is closing in on the W. BroMario can't get up here. Pete is getting even closer. BroMario's got to get it together if he wants to take the win.
BroMario's star count rapidly changing.
Let's see what he's got. BroMario went from 40 down to 32 stars. Pete also falling really far down. Looks like BroMario, if he can get it together on these final moving platforms, could possibly enter bits well before Pete. Can probably miss like 2 throws at this point. Let's see if Pete can get the shift on wall kick. BroMario looks like he's about to dive off the edge, but trying to do a swaggy ending.
Nice of BroMario to, you know, make use of those safe states to give Pete a little bit of time to catch up. You know, we want a clean race.
He can't miss any more throws. Pete has the opportunity to take it with those 1 spins. Pete is actually really insane at Bowser's like spins.
Really? One spins are the most impressive thing. I don't even comprehend. I've tried to get one. I can't even come close. I can get 2 spins, but I can't. Wow. I can't even get a single 1-spin throw in Bowser 3 off.
Oh.
Oh, and there it is.
Oh, let's see if
Mario.
he can see, look, just
that's
the 360 and then the launch is Bowser. And this one,
oh,
well, he actually
so much speed
went far enough to miss it. Like, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, a crazy amount of speed. Nice backup on the, oh, misses it again.
Oh, that's gonna miss too.
It was a nice backup grab on Bowser. I mean, BroMario, I don't know if you saw, but BroMario actually restarted the Bowser fight after he missed the throw.
I actually did not notice.
Yeah, he missed the first throw and just instantly restarted it. But all right, Pete looking like he's gonna close it out here with a high 53.
Yeah. All right, 53, 50, or maybe 51 for Pete. No, we're gonna disgracefully discharge them from any potential interviews. Just kidding. Pete said, yeah, I didn't really want to, and we don't have much time anyway. And we'll get into the next match before coming back for some MKDD and then Cheese versus Punkay in 2 hours. So you definitely don't want to miss that one. It's gonna be me and JKJ again. So be there or be square.
Indeed. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's moving into this next race.